wind calm, visibility 10, 1,300 scattered, temperature 12, 2.7, altimeter 3028, nav runway 21 right, approach news, landing and departing, runway 21 right, runway 21 left. Monster missions, Cradle and Capital Expressway, 150 feet AGL. Feedback all runway service and hold short instructions, all departures advise ground control of your departure request, arrivals contact on 119.8. Advise on initial contact, use information Alpha.
Alright, so we have information Alpha. I just didn't get what the altimeter thing was.
Heavy tower information Alpha, 2047 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, 1,300 scattered, temperature 12, 2.7, altimeter 3028. RNAV Zulu, runway 21 right, approach news, landing and departing, runway 21 right, runway 21 left. Monster missions, Cradle and Capital Expressway, 150 feet AGL. Feedback all runway assignments and hold short instructions, all departures advise ground control of your departure request, arrivals contact tower on 119.8. Advise on initial contact, use information Alpha.
31 right, Vale Zulu 1, Yankee 1, 9081 Lima.
Cutlass 60 Foxtrot, hold short of Yankee.
Hold short of the Yankee, 6160 Foxtrot.
Ground, Skyline 20791, Squadron 2 for Calaveras departure, we have information Alpha.
Say again?
Skyline 20791's at Squadron 2 for a Calaveras departure with information Alpha.
Down, Cessna 225 Alpha November, run up complete.
Skyline 20791, retell the ground, text run up via Zulu.
Zulu to the run-up area, 791. Alright. So, feet on the rudders.
Cessna 2838, Quebec, run up complete.
We do everything by these yellow lines. We call them taxiway center lines. So, right foot, like I said, top of the right brake. There you go. They're just trying to keep us on the line.
Stand by, 55 Alpha November.
Good. And it helps if you look far away. Yeah. And then not this first left, but the second left up by the grass, we're going to make that left-hand turn.
Cessna 5 Alpha November, runway 31 right, taxi via Zulu, Zulu 1, Yankee 1.
31 right, taxi via Zulu, Zulu 1.
Alright, while you're doing that, I'll do your taxi checklist for you. Seatbelts and harnesses are good, flaps are up, vents are closed. We got the ATIS already.
Back behind the Cessna exiting run up, runway 31 right, taxi
Altimeter set is set. Transponders on standby. ADSB is on, radio test, taxi lights, brakes out.
Zulu 2, Zulu 1, Yankee 1, 3 Quebec.
Cessna 3 Quebec to certify Zulu, Zulu 1, Yankee 1 to 31 right.
Zulu, Zulu 1, Yankee 1, to 31 right, 3 Quebec.
How sensitive it is.
Right. Well, you're doing better than most. I was walking all over that center line the first time I taxied the plane. So the run-up area is going to be up here to your left. I'll show you when we get there. You see, if you'll see on your left-hand side, there'll be some orange, like orange barrier material on the side of the taxiway.
Huh?
Once we get past that, it'll be a left turn, and then there's some run-up stuff over there. I'll show you where to go. That's amazing how quick it goes from 0-0 to clear.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're going to follow this first left here where it says run up on the ground. So you're going to follow that first center line to the left there. And then you're going to go right, follow that center line, and you're going to pull up to the spot next to his. You see the hold short markings. So they put these...
Cessna 54102, run up complete.
Cessna 102, runway 3 right.
Second one?
Yeah, first one, second one, doesn't matter. Just,
Via Zulu, Zulu 1, Yankee 1, runway 3.
and then just pull up to the dashed line and stop there.
Green Hill Ground, Cherokee 8085 Whiskey is at Delta for taxi back to 31 right.
Cherokee 8085 Whiskey, Hill Ground, runway 3 right. Taxi Yankee.
Turn right via Yankee.
Second, the one up there, yeah. Alright, good. Alright, run-up checklist. So, flight control's free and correct, so grab the yoke. We're going to go all the way to the left, make sure the left aileron goes up. All the way back, make sure the elevator goes up. All the way to you. Goes up, there. Now pull it back, there you go. Alright, elevator went up. All the way to the right. Right. Then left rudder. Alright, rudder went to the left, right rudder. Rudder went to the right. Control surfaces are all free and correct. And then we're gonna flight controls, trim is takeoff detent, mixture fuel selectors on both. Autopilot, we don't need. Alright, 1700 RPM. I'm gonna have you check the magnetos over there. So that key that we used to start it.
Yep.
Move that to the right magneto. That's 2 clicks to the left. All right, good. Back to both.
Cherokee 8085 Whiskey, can you confirm?
One more.
Go all the way down.
Then to the left position.
Off?
Yeah.
Oh, loft. To the left.
Then back to both.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh. Now we're testing the prop control. So when we test the prop control, when we tested the mags there, we're just making sure it runs on either one magneto or the other to keep redundancy. Here we're testing the prop controller. So we're looking for a decrease in RPM and an increase in manifold pressure, and we control the prop with oil. So we want to see the oil temperature, oil pressure budge a little bit, which it's not. But I think that's just because we don't have it go. There it went.
I see.
So for that, we're just making sure that the prop controls work properly, and then making sure that temperatures and pressures are in the green. This is a simple aircraft, so we've only got a few of them. Oil temperature is, I guess, green. Cylinder head temperature is green. Oil pressure is slightly higher than the green, but if we're going to be out of the zone, that's the side we want to be out of it on, so that's fine too. That red line on both sides, so here like 225 degrees, there's like 450 degrees. Basically, you just want to keep the needles off of red lines. They make it simple that way. Same with like when we take off, we'll probably be in the red line for RPM, so we're going to back it off of that RPM red line after we take off too. Pre-takeoff. Board plan ready. So board plan for takeoff. So when we go to take off, we're going to advance the throttle. Once the plane gets kind of light, like I said, as long as you're above 65 or 70, just really slight back pressure, enough that we kind of pick the nose up a little bit. We're going to be departing to the north, which is a Calveras departure, basically up towards where you guys live. So we're going to go up there, kind of by Mission Peak, and then we're going to hang a right, and then we're going to follow that line of hills southbound, and we can maneuver the plane, do whatever we want during that time. If I say your controls, go ahead, do whatever you want. I'll explain to you what we're doing maneuvers-wise, blah, blah, blah. If at any time I say my controls, just let go. I've got it. It's fine. If you see any traffic, point it out, because just because it's big doesn't mean that I actually saw it. It could be out of my field of vision or whatever. So making sure that we're calling out traffic's important. And then anything makes you uncomfortable, let me know. If you feel sick, let me know. Whatever. Questions on that?
Brakes on.
Yeah. Move that mic closer to your mouth.
There you go.
Yeah.
Say you were holding the brakes on the whole time while you were doing all.
Yeah, we didn't set the parking brake. There is a parking brake over there, but I don't usually set it because I'm apt to forget to take it off and then I burn the brakes up.
Okay. Got it.
Ground, Skyline 20791, run up, please.
Skyline 791, runway 31 right, taxi via Zulu, Zulu 1, Yankee 1.
Zulu 1, Yankee 1 to 31 right, 791. Alright, so just the same way we came, so straight and then to the left.
Not used to driving with your feet.
Yeah, exactly. That's the hard part. That's why I tell everyone you did right. You put your hand on your knee. That way it forces you to not try and drive with the yoke.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to remind yourself. Now, larger, more complex aircraft will have a tiller this way. Larger, more complex aircraft will have a tiller that you steer with, and that's basically just a steering wheel, but it's like off to the side somewhere.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be power, Skyline 20791, holding short 318.
Skyline 20791, read set roger, stand by.
Alright, now we're just going to stop here, hold it short of the runway. So the whole short lines are those dashed markings. They just stop here. Basically, we just want to not cross those until we're given a clearance to cross them. Because it's, the runway is protected area, so you need specific clearance to cross onto or off of a protected, well, to cross onto a protected area. I guess we're waiting for that guy to land.
Well, there he is. Okay.
Color 6 here, Foxtrot, right turn left, clear for takeoff.
31 left, clear for takeoff. 616, Sierra Foxtrot.
5 Alpha November, turn at the end, contact ground.
Right at the end and contact ground, 5 Alpha November.
Cherokee 5 Whiskey, base turn approved, right turn right, clear for the option.
Turn right, clear for the option, base turn approved, 85 Whiskey, and we'll be terminating on this one.
Roger. Skyline 791 departing Cessna off the parallels westbound. Make a right turn out, right turn right, quick takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 31 right, 791. Alright, so go ahead and line us up at the center line of the runway.
Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Now you want to have one hand on the yoke. Alright, you're good. back pressure. You're good. Pull it a little bit back, and you're flying.
121.3, 616 Sierra Foxtrot.
And you're climbing at about 90, that's good. And we're gonna turn right towards that saddleback over there at Mission Peak. So just over that way. Nice.
Keep climbing, or
Yeah, we're gonna climb. So you're at 600 feet. We're gonna climb to, I don't know, about 2,500 for now.
about the right rate?
Yeah, you're doing well. Hey, lower your nose every once in a while just to peek in front of us. Make sure we're not going to hit nothing.
Yeah.
Cherokee 5 Whiskey, turn right when able, contact ground. Right when able, contact ground, 5 Whiskey.
That's Mission Peak there.
Yep. That's where you wanted to head towards?
Yeah, we're going to go this side of Mission Peak. There's like a little lake there, Calveras Reservoir. We're going to head over that.
Okay.
Your house is on the side of that same hill Mission Peak is, right? Over there somewhere?
Yeah. Almost over it.
Oh, you're almost over where your house is?
Yeah, getting close to it. Okay, you see those bunch of houses right there?
Yeah.
My house is right down there. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, as I said, it's like right over the flight path. I'm in the hot tub in the backyard, they fly right over me.
Oh, that's nice. And you can see Livermore is still socked in. The whole valley's been socked in all day, every day lately.
That is pretty cool, right over my house.
Nice.
That is awesome.
I got the plane. You want to take a picture?
Nah, that's alright. Tony will take a picture for me.
There you go.
About the right altitude, or you want to do
This is cool for now. Actually, we'll keep climbing to 3,500. We'll make a right turn over here.
12 o'clock, 4.5 miles, opposite direction, Cessna, altitude 4,300.
Alright, and then hang a right turn this way, and we'll keep climbing to 3,500, and we'll head down that little valley. Yeah, it's like completely socked in at Livermore. The whole valley's been nuts this year. Like, I mean, they've always gotten that Thule fog out in the valley, but like it seems like in the last few weeks it's lasted all day. Usually it burns off before ours burns off.
Wow, it's amazing how fast you get up to the top of the hills compared to driving on the road.
Oh, for sure. That's what I was saying. That dude with his little auto gyro, he had it figured out. Like I said, the thing scared me, but if it was saving me an hour and a half a day in commute, I'd learn not to be scared.
Cessna 225 Alpha number, reroute tower, cross runway 39, hold short runway 31 left.
Cross runway 39, hold short 31 left.
Keep rotating, or you want to keep...
Yeah, you're good right here. Just, we'll keep going to 3,500. Yeah, keep turning. We're going to head over that way a little ways.
To the east-southeast, inbound full stop Alpha.
Cessna 5231 Romeo, reroute tower, enter right base, runway 39, runway turn right, clear line.
right base, 31 right, clear to land, 31 right, 523 Romeo.
Cessna 5 off member, left close traffic, runway 31 left for takeoff. Left close traffic, 31 right, 31 left, clear for takeoff, 225 off on the button.
That's your little runway you were talking about there.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to plan for a second. Trim that out for you a little bit. Alright, your controls. So it's going to try and keep right about there, like 3,500-ish, and then we're going to come down here. Now once we get past, there's that little pond up there. Get a few miles past the pond. We'll do some maneuvers and stuff down by where like Anderson is that got drained.
Okay.
Runway 31 left, 658.
But man, Hamilton's up there on your left. You can see the...
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Straight in, approach 31 right, 658.
Hey Tony, there's your little runway.
Oh yes, Abandon Airport has a cross marking in the beginning of the runway.
So if you go out further into that little valley over there, they got like grazing and stuff, but they've got like a bunch of houses in these hills that the only roads I see to them are these fire trails.
Yeah.
I don't know how you live out there.
A long drive.
Gotta be retired.
Just a 5 out member, runway 31 left, clear for the option. 31 left, clear for the option, 225 off on the button.
You grow up out this way, or you...
No, I'm from Illinois originally.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Went to school in Arizona and Phoenix, and then came out here in '89.
Oh, nice. How did you like school in Phoenix?
Well, back then I had no money and I didn't have any air conditioning, so I was very happy to get out of Phoenix.
I believe it.
Thanks for your help, 523 Romeo.
I love Phoenix, though. I love Arizona. My son lives in Tucson now.
It's like one of the fastest growing states, I think.
I would assume that it'd be really neat to fly there.
It is.
Although it'd be hot.
It is. We fly into Phoenix quite a bit. We fly into Deer Valley Airport, DVT.
Oh yeah, North Phoenix, yeah.
We fly into there quite a bit in the Hawker, and it is brutal hot sometimes because it's all black tarmac out there, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I just leave the goddamn thing running with the AC on, and if it costs a bunch of fuel, it costs a bunch of fuel. The customer's not going to bitch. Because I came out there one afternoon, opened the plane up, brutal hot, turned on the APU so I could get air in there, but I think it was like 134 or something in the plane. We're going to head over that way a little ways.
It'll never cool down, right?
No.
Ready Tower, 446 for Papa, short 31 right, ready. Cessna 446 here, Papa, Reeves Tower, right down with runway, 3 right, clear takeoff. Right down with 3 right, clear takeoff, 446 Papa.
The opposite's worse though. Cold soaking an airplane sucks. Like if you land in Aspen or something, or wherever, Rifle, anywhere up in Colorado, high elevation, super cold, you got to put the plane in a hangar, because if you don't, you'll cold soak it, and then you've got to put it in a hangar in the morning before you can start it anyway, because all the oil in the engines is turned to muck.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
Not really. And you got to remember to empty the galley, too, if you don't put it in the hangar.
Oh, right.
Otherwise, all the drinks explode.
About where you want it here?
Yeah, it's perfect. And so we're going to head over there, and then once, like I said, once we get over by Lake Anderson, we'll start doing some turns and stuff.
Still a lot of fog.
Yeah, but this is reasonable. It's like, if you were down in that, it would cut it down to about 6 miles viz probably, which I'm okay with. It's just 2 miles viz I'm not okay with, because we cover 2 miles really fast.
Yeah.
Through and right, Echo 3, contact ground.
Yeah, it probably looks thicker than what it really is when you're in it.
Oh, for sure it does, because you got like the sun, the way that the sun shines off it and stuff. Now out in the valley, the crap out there, that's bad. Alright, now let's climb up to 5,500 for our maneuvers. So, prop's gonna go forward, throttle's gonna go forward. Like you said, like 100 or something like that for your climb to 5,005.
Tower, TBM 42, Bravo Victor, hold short, 31 right, ready, IFR.
TBM 42, Bravo Victor, Reeve Tower, cross runway 09, hold short, runway 31 left.
Cross 31 right, hold short.
A TBM would be a nice plane to have, but it's too expensive.
With this, you just hold the stick and try to maintain your miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically all you got to do, honestly, for that part of it. Pull back, you're going to go up, or you're going to decrease, push forward, it's going to increase. So you kind of just maintain your miles per hour, and then whatever you get for vertical speed is you just get what you get.
What is the stall speed? Miles per hour?
Is this plane in miles per hour, or is it in knots? It's in knots, so bottom of the green arc, so that looks like 60, 65, 67 or something in clean configuration, and then probably like 63. Oh, it is miles an hour, yeah. Knots is an inner scale. So yeah, probably like 63 miles an hour with flaps and stuff down.
Okay.
We'll stall it in a minute here once we get down further. For 4,000, that's why I have you climbing, so we can do stuff like that. Gives us a safety margin with which to recover.
Yes.
Which I guess you don't have that big of a safety margin with your RC helicopters, huh? If you're going to do crazy stuff, you just got to practice it a bunch in real flight first, or what? So you don't crash your helicopter?
There's a bit of that, but also you go up as high as you can if you want to do a maneuver, a couple hundred feet.
Is that what it is?
But then you can't see the heli.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that either. Fair enough.
Guy used to do training at Moffett Field, and he would go about 220 feet to do any maneuver. He'd be on a buddy box.
Really?
Yeah, and you couldn't see the heli, so it was good, but...
Huh.
And if you lost orientation, he would take it over.
Oh, that's nice.
It's kind of like what we're doing here.
Yeah, like 120 on the headings.
Oh, is that where you want me to rotate to?
Yeah. There you go, perfect.
San Martin traffic, 579 Whiskey Golf, turning base, runway 32, San Martin.
Start approach, runway 32, San Martin.
Going, or I'm almost at 5.
You're at 5, I want to go to 5,500.
Okay.
So when that comes down, and it's over here too.
Oh, all right, there it is.
4,800 feet.
So we switched our artificial horizons to these G5s a while back because it lets us replace our vacuum pumps, and these are redundant systems that way too. If you have vacuum gauges, then if you lose the vacuum pump, and then you lose them both. Since those are electric with independent batteries, we'd have to lose both of those, we'd have to lose the power from the plane and the battery from the plane and both of their individual batteries. So it makes it much less likely that you're going to have an instrument failure. Alright, so we're almost at 5.5, so you're going to lower your nose. There you go. altitude at which nothing really bad could happen that I couldn't fix. So do whatever you want. But generally we start with turns that are about 30 degrees. So it's the green arrows are 15, that line's 30, that line's 45, that line is 60.
Okay.
So why don't we make a left turn, see what's behind us. There you go. Now when you make a turn like that, you're gonna have to pull back on the yoke a little bit.
Is that about 20?
That's 30.
Oh, it's 30, okay.
30
Oh,
exactly.
32, I see it up above, okay. I didn't know the number was there.
Yeah, they give you a lot of information these days.
Oh, it is Anderson down there, huh?
Yeah, it sucks that they drained it.
Straighten out?
Yeah, and then we're gonna turn right and we'll turn back to that 120 heading.
Okay.
All those poor people that had $3 million lakefront houses.
Oh yeah, just have a bunch of gravel in there now.
So they do say that in a decade or so they might put the lake back.
A decade. Yeah.
Well, it takes a long time. They told me the story of why it got drained. It's horrible. So the dam that they built it from wasn't earthquake proof, so they couldn't build a subdivision under it.
Oh, okay.
But what happened was the dude got a variance and built the subdivision anyway, and then sued the friggin' state saying, I've got this subdivision you guys gave me a variance for, and this isn't an earthquake-proof dam. Be like, if there's an earthquake, you can flood my subdivision, drain the lake.
Wow.
So I don't know why they gave them the variance in the first place then. It's their own fault.
Crazy. There we go.
Nice. So, when we go to land and stuff like that, we get a lot slower, right?
Uh-huh.
So, to get slow and still maintain control, we do flaps. So like what you were just doing there with the 30-degree turns, we can't really do that when we're slow. We don't have the control because obviously control surfaces get less effective the less air is moving over them, right? So, I'll show you what that's like. So, when we lower power, pull the carby. So why don't you bring the power down about like 15 inches of manifold pressure. So pull it back there. Good. You got it. Alright, there you go. That's 15 inches. Perfect. Then flaps. You go 10 degrees of flaps. There's notches. There you go. So that's the first 10.
Mariposa traffic, Comanche 313.
Oh, okay. You can really feel it.
6 miles.
Second.
For landing 26 Mariposa. We'll enter left downwind.
And third. Now we got a whole bunch of drag out there that we're having to overcome. So now that we have to overcome all this drag, you can put the power back in. You can go back to like 20 inches or so. There you go. Now let's turn to about a 180 heading. Now you can see that without that airflow, your control surfaces are way less effective.
Oh yeah.
That's why we do everything kind of slow. There you go, that's 180. Then recovering from slow flight, which is what we're doing now. So slow flight is actually kind of interesting when you're in it, because generally, like when you're on the front side of the power curve, power is going to control our airspeed, and we're going to control our altitude by pitching up and down. When you're on the back side of the power curve, like they call it the region of reverse command because it's almost exactly the opposite. Here we'd control our airspeed with pitch. Like, my controls for a second. So here, your controls, that's tripped pretty well. So here you control your airspeed with pitch. Nose down, go faster. Go ahead. Nose up, you go slower, right? And then we're controlling our altitude. Mostly.
Try to get us back up.
Yeah, you can just leave it right there at 5,000, good. Yeah, so we control our altitude mostly with power. So if you wanted to descend, you try and hold that airspeed right where it is, then you bring the power back to like 15. Go ahead.
The airspeed up.
Yeah, so you just keep your airspeed right where it is. That's 60 or whatever we're at, something like that. Then we reduce power, and then the plane has to descend.
I see.
And the opposite's also true.
Hold it there, it should go down. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Now, where we have the aircraft trim for, since the trim tab is an aerodynamic tab, we're not actually trimmed. I'll show you later on the ground if you want. But it's just it's an aerodynamic tab on the back of the elevator that goes up and down. So we're really trimmed for an airspeed. We're not trimmed for straight and level or trimmed for a climb or trimmed for a descent. So if you leave the trim where it is and reduce power, it should descend. And if you put the power back where it was, like go ahead and put it back to 2,000. If you put the power back to roughly where it was, then it should be back to roughly straight and level. Because the trim tab isn't trying to find whatever flight attitude you were in when you trimmed it. It's just trying to find whatever airspeed you were at when you trimmed it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Cool. Then to recover, we go full power and then bring the flaps out. So go ahead, go full power.
Green, end of the green is full power.
And then you bring your flaps up 10 degrees at a time. So flaps up to 20.
Progress 16,500 and below, Marina.
Then you wait. There you go.
Oh.
You're good.
8 miles northwest of the airport. Last call.
I'm surprised how far I had to pull it back.
Yeah. Well, we usually do it incrementally. We'll do a little bit, wait, little bit, wait, little bit. But yeah, so basically, because you're waiting for the plane to catch up, because we're reducing a bunch of drag, and you're waiting for the airspeed to catch up to the reduced drag. So, and then steep turns we do at about 45 degrees. My controls for a second. I'll do a set, show you what we're doing, then you can do a set. Traffic over there, down there below us, over by Fraser Lake it looks like.
8 miles east inbound.
That shouldn't be a factor for us anyway.
245.
Alright, so we're going to call it 4,400, we're going to call it. So when we do a steep turn, we generally do a turn at 45, which is that line there. And when you do your steep turn, it's going to require a bunch of back pressure when you get there. So what I generally like to do is when I get past 30 degrees, I just bump the throttle a little bit to give myself a little power. Then when I get to 45,
Pulling back.
yeah, you're kind of, and then whether it's easier to look inside the plane or outside the plane is actually I found to be kind of highly individual amongst people. Like you want to be looking outside at least periodically because you want to make sure there's no aircraft you're turning into. But a lot of people find that they're able to maintain better inside the plane, like cause they mess up their bank angle a lot if they're looking outside. I found generally, like myself, that if I'm looking outside the plane, I can tell if I'm climbing or descending a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking out at, I mean, even though we don't have a clean horizon, which is a California thing, since there's mountains everywhere you are, you never have a clean horizon, but there you go, your controls. So you're going to start your turn. Now when you get past 30 degrees, bump the power a little. There we go. Then that's 45. Then you're going to pull back.
346.
There you go. Back on the yoke because we're descending.
532 right.
Marina, traffic King Airs over the dump.
Oh, I see.
There you go. Just to arrest the descent.
Oh, okay.
Because what we're basically trying to do is hold that bank angle and maintain our altitude within a reasonable margin. one to the right. There you go. Level out. Now we do one the other way. You alright back there, Tony?
I'm okay. Good.
We're in a traffic signal, right base 293 green at Marina. We're in a traffic 3 green Marina.
Alright, you can level off there. And then let's climb back to 5,500.
You can really hear the engine, you know, when it's under power, when it's under load.
Absolutely you can. It's kind of loud. I got these Bose headsets are nice. They kind of cut back on a lot of the frequencies that cause, like I always use the same ones you're wearing right now, those David Clarks. Use David Clarks forever. Then I started getting tinnitus.
Oh, yeah.
And my doc was like, hey, be like, if you're flying a few times a week, sure. He's like, you're flying multiple times a day, get something with noise canceling. Which I didn't realize it, but when they say wear hearing protection, they're not lying to you.
Yeah, right.
Luckily, my tinnitus isn't that bad. So basically, it's just, if it's too quiet at night, I'll hear like a kind of whine.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I actually have Meniere's, which is not good.
Gotcha. But usually if I turn on a fan or something, it goes away.
Yeah. The ambient noise is what helps.
346, 4 miles east, 45.
Let's turn right to like 150. There's traffic ahead and to our left that I don't have in sight yet. That's good. That'll keep us out of their way. That's them right there.
Oh yeah, there they are. And hard to see.
Yeah, learning to spot traffic is one of the tougher skills when you're flying planes. It's way easier at night.
Oh, okay, yeah. All the lights.
Yeah, at night there's just a lot of black and then you see some lights and that's a plane. The problem is, especially like if they're below us against that white of the clouds in the valley or something, or if it's a hazy day, or if they're above you and there's clouds above them, the problem is, in their infinite wisdom, someone decided to paint pretty much every airplane in the world the same damn color as the clouds. So you'd think if you wanted to spot them, they'd paint them the same color as a fire truck. But
Yeah, instead of white. That seems strange. So there we are.
just tradition, I guess.
Almost 5,500.
All right, cool.
Martin traffic, Skyhawk 579 Whiskey Golf. We're going to be taking runway 32 for a straight out departure. Is that Martin?
All right, now let's turn. Actually, this is a good heading right now. We're heading south of Hollister.
Right.
We'll do a couple stalls. So, there we break the stalls up into two ones, like a departure stall, like we stalled it taking off, and an arrival stall, like we stalled it landing. So the arrival stall, which is a power off stall, we do that in landing configuration. So that's, go ahead, carb heat on, bring your power back to 15, and we're going to do slow flight first. So we do slow flight just like we would 10 degrees flaps. There you go. Now we're going to wait for the white arc. Now once we're settled in the white arc,
I'm in traffic, Sky 346, turning base, right tram 32.
there's your white arc, 20 degrees flaps.
Skyhawk 579 Whiskey Golf, upwind of runway 32, San Martin.
30 degrees flaps. So the recovery from a power off stall is super simple because all we're really trying to do is arrest the stall and get back into clean configuration so we can climb. So what you're going to do is you're going to add full power, nose down, then as the airspeed increases, you're going to pick the flaps up one at a time. So until then, we go ahead and stall it. So to stall it, you're going to pull the power back and then just hold level. You just hold the nose right at the horizon. Almost there. You'll feel an aerodynamic buffet in a second. There's your buffet. And there's the stall. The full power, nose down. All of it. To the far, no, all the power. Oh. There you go. And then flaps up 10 degrees at a time. Cessna's stall in a very docile manner for the power off stall. There you go. Perfect. Yeah.
Interesting.
Power off stall is pretty much a non-event in a Cessna because of the square wing. So when a wing is square like that, it stalls at the roots first. So if the inboard portion of the plane stalls first, it means the outboard portion where our ailerons are still flying. So you still have aileron effectiveness. Whereas if the wings are swept at all, it stalls at the tips first, and then you don't have ailerons. So you got to be Johnny on the spot with the rudders on a power off stall, or else you'll drop one wing or the other.
Oh, okay, okay.
Then let's turn left to 330.
Yeah, 32.
Left.
Taxiing Echo Hagen.
This is Hollister below us?
It is.
Holy shit, that was fast. That was really fast to get here.
Yeah, we went north up pretty much up to Livermore, and then now we're just south of Hollister. That's Hollister Airport right there.
Okay.
Cessna 152 Delta Zulu. We are
Yeah, you covered ground quickly in there.
maneuvering for the 4529 Marina.
And you're having fun and all, so... We talk about that all the time.
Taking runway 29, right 45 departure. We'll be skydiving in
One of my buddies has his plane. He's got a Bonanza that he bought specifically. His mom lives in LA, and she's unwell, so that he has to visit her all the time. And then they've got a place in Truckee. So, or not Truckee, excuse me, South Lake. So, he says South Lake's about 4 hours. He can do that in an hour. And then LA is about 6 to where he flies to, and he can do that in about an hour and 45.
Wow.
So that saves him a lot of time. And he said,
Fun.
yeah, it's fun. He said, honestly, he's like, it isn't that he saves time going to visit his mom. It's that if he can fly there in an hour and 40 minutes, he'll just do it way more often than if he had to do the 6-hour drive.
Yeah, I can see why.
You enjoy it. You get down there quick. And it makes it feasible to go down for like, oh, I'm going to go down, mom has this going on, I'm going to go down and visit her, have lunch with her, and come home. There's no way in hell you're going down there for one day if you're driving it.
No, no. That's crazy, yeah.
Marina traffic.
So,
Delta Zulu, downwind, 29 Marina.
and then, so the power on stall is more of an event. Because we've got full power, you end up, or takeoff power anyways, you end up at a pretty high angle of attack. So, what we'll do is we'll slow the plane down to where we're roughly at a departure type airspeed. So just hold your nose up, hold your altitude where it's at. 90 where we'd be climbing, so keep pulling your nose up. And then, when we get to about 90, that's close enough. Add a bunch of power, then pitch up till you get a stall. So just, the more you pitch up, get closer. Oh, so we do have a stall warning horn now. It just sounds weird. He must have fixed it. Still sounds weird though. So keep pulling. And eventually, so for the power on stall, it's not just going to get mushy like the power off. Keep pulling, it'll actually break.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Nose down. Good, you can nose down. That was the break. And then, perfect. And then you already have the power in, so you don't have to adjust power or anything.
Okay.
It's just, that was just nose down. But you can see the difference. The power off stall, it just gets kind of mushy.
Yeah.
But the power on stall, there's actually it's a cleaner break. And the faster the aircraft you're in, if you're in an aircraft that's like a Bonanza or a higher performance aircraft with, less, that has more wing loading, then it breaks cleaner than that, and it'll be like a much more pronounced break. So the wing loading makes a difference, and higher performance wing loading is just how big the wing is compared to how much the plane weighs. So whatever the surface area of the wing in square feet divided by the weight of the aircraft, so 14 pounds per square foot or whatever. The higher performance aircraft, the higher the wing loading you end up with, because the larger the wing surface area, the more drag you're producing.
Okay.
So the benefit of having higher wing loading is you can go faster, you're producing less drag for any given amount of lift you're producing. The drawback to having high wing loading is stall speed ends up being higher and stall characteristics end up being harsher. But by the time you're flying a plane that's higher performance, you've got more experience under your belt, so it's a fair trade-off, I think. But as far as all-around planes go, this one right here, the 182, a lot of people fly 182s for a long time. You get a... People tend to like the high wings.
Easier to see down below.
Yeah, you can see better. Because let's face it, the overwhelming majority of people that are flying light aircraft are doing it to take their friends places so that their friends can sightsee and stuff, right?
Yep.
Like, my buddy goes to see his mom all the time. That's one use case, but most people that are renting planes at a flight club, it's a couple times a month with their friends thing. Or they're actively training at something or whatever. But very few people fly light aircraft specifically as a form of just A to B transportation, and the ones that do that generally just buy a plane. They don't rent it from a club.
Right.
Because if
you can't leave it somewhere, right?
Right, you can't leave it somewhere for 2 weeks. You don't want to be worried you can't use it at Christmas because that's the busy time.
Marina traffic 2 Delta Zulu. Clear.
And there's a cost amount, like that's the benefits to having a flight club is you have access to a whole bunch of different types of aircraft as opposed to just one. So unless you really need it for A to B transportation, I think flying clubs are better. A lot of people have both. Like Alesh, he's a member of the flying club, but he bought a Cessna 310, which is it's a really fast twin.
Huh, okay.
That he bought to make quick work of his Vegas trips. And back home is about a 320 heading, so you can head over there. Yeah, so that was Hollister just over, so that would make that Gilroy over there to the left. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is Anderson again in front of us?
No, that's Coyote in front of us. Anderson's one yet. Coyote actually still has water in it.
Oh, okay.
Anderson, unfortunately, does not. But we're going to go over there, actually. So that reservoir, my buddy was telling me, because he's got a house over there, and he was talking to the people that are basically working the security, like it's like a state park, right? So they got game wardens and stuff out there. But he was talking to the guys that work it because he's got a house out there. And he said he was talking to them. They're like, yeah, they're like, so it was like feet deep of mud before. You couldn't walk down there. So now you could, like, if you put on some waders, you could walk around down there. And it's been, that reservoir was put up like in the 50s or something. I was like, eh? He's like, so what we should do is, he wants to go get a couple of metal detectors and go walk around metal detecting the bottom of the dry lake, see if he can find cool things.
See how many anchors you can find.
Exactly. So, it sounds tedious to me, but I'll go with them. It could be fun. They've already, like, he said that they've already found a few things, like the rangers themselves were out there metal detecting just for the fun of it one weekend and found 2 firearms.
Oh wow, really? Huh. That's actually not surprising.
Dump your gun in a lake, I guess.
They're probably using a crime.
Probably.
The coolest thing I did, like just with the property you can't get on very often, is I got my Jeep up to the top of, you know where the TV towers are on top of Mission Peak?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, you got up there?
Yeah, with my Jeep all the way up to the top.
That's badass.
Got a picture right next to the TV towers overlooking. Yeah, that was awesome. I was looking at property up there, and one of the ranchers let me through all the gates.
That's awesome. You big into four-wheeling?
Yeah, I have my Jeep pretty much set up. Mostly Hollister. I have it for rock crawling, but I haven't done Rubicon yet.
Well, it's not that far. You drive it up there, or you trailer it up there?
I have it set up to tow, the flat tow.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Because you never know what you're going to break.
That makes sense.
But still, you lose an axle or something, and you can't tow it back either, so.
That's fair. But it's still a decent middle ground with... Otherwise, you got to buy a big flatbed trailer. Actually, it'll fit in the back of a toy hauler, right?
Yeah, it's just what do you do with a toy hauler when you're not, you know.
Oh, yeah, because that's a point, too.
Yeah, you got to have a place to put it.
Yeah, and it's not like we live in a cheap area to store something like that.
No, I always wanted to have some sort of, like, regular guy garage where you could store stuff like that.
Out in the valley. I've got a buddy that bought 2 houses in the valley, like one in Firebaugh and one in Los Banos. And I asked him, I'm like, why'd you buy those houses? He's like, dude, I got the one in Los Banos for $200,000. I got the one in Firebaugh for $130,000. I was like, yeah? He's like, I can't lose money on it. Now I have a place to store my shit for free.
That's true. Yeah. As long as you can keep an eye on the property when you're not there, right?
Yeah. I'm sure he's got cameras up or something.
The door on the way down, 15,000 and below at Marina.
Oh, I see. That's the other lake there.
Yeah. Which, I hope they do actually rebuild that dam, because it sucks for the people that spent a bunch of money on. But even then, if you spend a bunch of money on a lakefront property, do you care that they rebuilt the dam after you probably sold the property by 10 years?
I don't know if you ever saw the pictures during all the real heavy rains and floods, what happened with that when it overflowed the dam.
I did not. It was bad?
That was really scary.
Really?
The people down below, they have pictures, and it's just this massive wall of water going down the canyon right next to their houses.
Oh, wow. We'll turn to like 305-ish.
How's that?
Good. We got traffic straight ahead of us, so don't climb. It looks like they're above us.
Oh, I see. That's 04.
Yeah.
Traffic, 12 o'clock, high, 1 mile.
Yeah, he's definitely climbing.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
12 o'clock, high, Less than 1 mile.
Busy area out here. A lot of general aviation out this way. I wouldn't have thought it, but it makes sense because it's like.
Hotel, turn right at the end, runway, turn right, next to the Yankee.
7 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, 1,300 scattered, temperature 12, 2.7, altimeter 3028, RNAV Zulu, runway 31 right, approach news, landing and departing, runway 31 right, runway 31 left. Notice their mission, screens along Capital Expressway, 150 feet AGL. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. All departures advise ground control of the departure request. To arrive at contact tower on 119.8. Advise on initial contact, you have information Alpha.
Cessna 227 November, route tower, no delay, right close traffic, runway 29, clear for takeoff.
Right close traffic, clear for takeoff, runway 2 right, other way.
Call sign.
227 Alpha November.
Yeah, that picture was the water going over the spillway.
Really? Oh, so that was like right in that neighborhood.
Yeah. So the picture was like down on the road right there, right next to somebody's house.
Clear for the option, 9 for Lima.
And we'll turn. Heading. Yeah, I don't know that. I've been here for quite a while now, and I thought I'd see some crazy earthquake, and I haven't seen one yet. So I think I've like just showed up in like the one earthquake-free period of California's history.
But when did you come out here?
About probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then I've been back and forth quite a bit 10 years before that because I got family in Santa Rosa that I'd visit in the summertime, but I didn't actually live out here anyway. They're up in Healdsburg. It's actually nice up there. I thought it was like all like hillbilly country, but
Right, ready for departure.
That's a mixed bag for sure. That'll be hillbillies though.
yeah. But I was surprised they had so much general aviation down here because like I'm from back east and like we have a lot of general aviation out there. But out here I didn't assume like there's not that many airports as there are back east. I mean there's still a lot, but I think there's so much going on out here just because it's affluent area.
Quebec, Reeve Tower. You have traffic behind you right about a mile. Sky lane, altitude 3,200, showing a 20 knot overtake. Make a straight in front, only 31 left.
Somebody else here?
Yeah, I got him.
Straight in
Got it.
left, and we see the
I got the plane for a sec.
traffic behind us. 38 Quebec.
Cessna 102. Turn out when able, contact ground.
Right, when able, contact ground, 102.
Tower 207 Honor 1's at the golf course with information Alpha for landing. We have the traffic at our 11 o'clock site.
Clear for the option, runway 0 and right, 227 Alpha November.
Skyline 20791, route tower. That traffic ahead of you is for the parallel. Make a straight in front, only 31 right.
Straight at 31 right, 7 Honor 1. Alright, you got the plane. What is reference to that traffic?
Cessna 9845, route tower, you ready?
We're ready, 485.
Cessna 45.
We're not following them. He's for the other runway.
Just stay parallel.
Yeah, basically.
Cessna 45.
Skyline 791, verifying information Alpha, wind calm.
Want to just send or
No, we're good.
just stay?
We have Alpha for 7 Honor 1. We will be descending shortly. I mean, we are descending now. We're descending at about 300 feet per minute is what I trimmed it for. And then you can kind of just follow that pink line.
Oh, the pink line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I set it up for the runway. So you can follow that now. We'll be pretty close.
I see. Parallel to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cessna 27 Hotel, cross runway 09, hold short, runway 3 left.
Right, hold short to the left, 9002, 7 Hotel.
Traffic, 11 o'clock, same altitude, 0 miles.
Looking for traffic, 7 Alpha November.
Cessna 27 Hotel, left close traffic, runway 3 left, for takeoff.
What airline you take to Portland, Alaska?
Alaska, yeah. Yeah.
Skyrider 903 Lima, runway 31 left, clear for the
I think Portland's a hub for them.
It is. Rebuilding that airport for a very long time.
Huh.
Cessna 3 Quebec, that parallel traffic is off your right now, altitude 2000.
Traffic is in sight. We see them right below us. 3 Quebec.
That was the guy next to us.
Yeah, he's above us. We're fine. We're passing him. You're just going to hold your altitude here for a while. Just maintain this 2,000 feet for a little bit.
Radio Tower, back 968, Romeo Charlie, hold short 3 on right, ready.
227 Alpha November, going around.
You can feel the clouds, huh?
Yeah, you can.
Close traffic, fly straight out, runway 3 right, clear for takeoff.
Straight out, 3 on right, clear for takeoff, 968, Romeo Charlie.
Attention all aircraft information, Bravo is now current. Wind calm, altimeter 3027.
And it cooled off.
Yeah. It's the fog burning off that cools it off.
3 Quebec, runway 31 left, clear to land.
Clear land, 31 left, 3 Quebec.
Skyline 791, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Gonna land 3 on right, 7 on 1. Alright, let me get you configured here. My plane for a second?
Cessna 7 Alpha November, traffic heading to your right, Cessna altitude 1,600 is a right downwind.
Looking for traffic, 227 Alpha November.
Cessna 27 Hotel, extend downwind.
You got the plane. We're aiming for that right runway.
Cessna 8 Charlie, contact San Jose Tower 124.0.
Now, the trick when landing an airplane is you don't really want to flare hard, because if you flare too hard, you end up climbing, right? And then that defeats the purpose. What we're generally trying to do is just kind of fly parallel to the runway.
Cessna 7 Alpha November, extend.
And then when we're flying parallel to the runway, so you're descending down towards it like you would, then we kind of like level out, try and fly parallel to it, and then eventually we'll touch down just from running out of airspeed.
About a half mile ahead of you, altitude in case 2,200, no factor.
Roger, 7 Alpha November.
Cessna 27 Hotel, base turn approved, number 2, flying Cessna 1.5 mile final, additional traffic, turning right base to the parallel Cessna, runway 31 left, clear for the option.
Left, clear for the option, looking for traffic number 29027 Hotel.
Cessna 7 Alpha November, base turn approved, number 1, or correction, number 2, flying Cessna 1 mile final, additional traffic on a 1 mile final for the parallel Cessna, additional traffic on a 2 mile left base for the parallel Cessna, runway 31 right, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 3 on right, traffic site. 7 Alpha November.
Satavia 903 Lima, extend downwind.
Center downwind, 93 Lima.
Got it?
Good. We're just going to drift slightly to the right here so you're on center line, and then you'll be all right. So like I was saying,
Traffic 1.25 mile final for the parallel Cessna.
you want to kind of just hold the plane parallel to the runway. So pull back a little bit. Good enough. You're good.
Oh,
I got the plane.
wrong way.
You're good. Hold on.
Skyline 791, turn right when able, contact ground.
Right turn to ground, 791. Yeah, you gotta kind of just use a little bit more runway, and then Like super, because like we're going pretty quick, so you just gotta use super light.
Yeah. And also helps to put the right foot down the right way.
For sure. Ground 20791's at Delta for Squadron 2.
20791, wait of ground, taxi via straight ahead inside ramp.
Straight ahead inside ramp 791. Alright, so we're going this way? Good.
Reground says a 2316 Tango, trade winds ramp with 80 Bravo.
And then we're gonna go straight there, and then you're gonna follow this little S turn.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we're gonna follow this around to the left.
Taxi to Renavia Zulu, says a 2316 Tango.
Left?
Yeah, and it's all the way down that way. Just follow. It's kind of faded, but you can see the center line. So this was the old terminal. Well, it's not the old. It's still the terminal building. The upstairs used to be like a restaurant, I've been told. Huh. Yeah, it was like a bar and grill up there, but the county wouldn't give them a lease when they had a 5-year lease, and when their lease came up, the county, they tried to get another 5-year, the county wouldn't give it to them, so they tried to get a 3-year, the county wouldn't give it to them. They're like, well, you just got to do month to month. They're like, we can't operate a business on a month-to-month lease.
I wonder why that was.
Because the county wants to close the airport at some point, and they don't want to have leases out there. But the FAA is forcing them to give everyone leases now, so it sucks if the restaurant would have held out. The airport manager, Eric, is kind of not great at his job.
This is because of the lead stuff, or is it something different?
They say it's because of the lead stuff. The lead stuff was kind of just something that they wanted to use to create a narrative, but that kind of backfired on them because the airport association was like, all right then, if you're going to close the airport because of lead, be like, we want to friggin' have soil contamination tests on all the public parks, and all the public parks were worse than the airport. So they're like, well, why aren't we not closing these parks?
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, it's the methodology that they used when they did that lead survey the methodology wasn't flawed. I got the plane. The methodology wasn't flawed, but it was specifically designed to create a result that they wanted. And the problem with doing that is it created a shit ton of other results that they didn't want.